Well, hi, kids. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me this morning. Glad that you could join me on this. Well, it's a holiday weekend. I know some of you don't go to school yet, but if you do, you have tomorrow off, and your parents may have tomorrow off from work. It's not really what I'm going to talk about this morning, but it is a day we call Memorial Day. It reminds us of all the men and the women who have served in the military for our country and died while they were serving, protecting us and protecting our freedoms. You know, for the last 246 years, we would not be a free country if there weren't men and women who were willing to fight and unfortunately die so that other people wouldn't force their will on us, wouldn't take away our freedoms. And we simply ask that one day a year we think about all that they have given, all that their families have given. So tomorrow, I hope that maybe you just stop for a few seconds and look at everything around you and say, you know what, I wouldn't have this in the way that I have it, and we wouldn't have the free country we live in were it weren't for the fact that, well, people like me or like my parents were willing to fight for our country, to fight for our freedoms, and to die for them. And just realize what a great sacrifice they have made. Well, I'm going to talk about dogs again today, or at least I'm going to start talking about dogs. You know, one of the things that you need to have if you own a dog is a great deal of patience and, quite frankly, a whole lot of forgiveness. Let me show you a little video of a guy who has a dog who may not be doing everything that he would like him to. Okay, that's like hilarious, right? The poor dog didn't want to get out of playing in the fountain, and that guy had to finally go in and get himself soaking wet and drag him out. Well, do you think he hated his dog after that? Well, he wasn't happy with him, but I guess in the long run, I'll bet you still loved him. I gotta tell you, you know, every time I get a puppy, I kind of forget how long they're a puppy for and how annoying that could be. And if you ever get a corgi puppy, what that often means is that they like to bark a lot. And not only do you have to have a lot of patience if you are a dog owner, you have to have a lot of patience if you're a dog's buddy. Let me show you a little scene out of our house that gets repeated pretty much every day. Yeah, yeah. He might stop barking when he was about 9 or something like that. My Labrador will be happy for that day. So let me tell you why I'm showing you these things. Obviously, we have dogs and we love them, but they do stupid things and they do things they're not supposed to. And if every time they did something stupid or something they're not supposed to, we just gave up on them, stopped caring about them, stopped loving them, well, no one would ever own a dog. One of the very cool things about God is that he knows we're going to do stupid things and we're going to forget to do the things we're supposed to. And sometimes we might even just forget about him. Now, none of that is good. And you can do so many things against God's will and God's word and forget about God so much that it may be that you never really cared much for God in the first place. But God is like that owner that just loves his doggie and is very patient. there's a book in the middle of the Bible called the Psalms, and it's just a book of songs that people used to sing about God, you know, 3,000 years ago. And there's one line in Psalm 86 that says, "But you, O Lord, are a God merciful and gracious, slow to anger, abounding in steadfast love and faithfulness." It reminds us that God is merciful. God is patient with us when we're not doing the things we're supposed to do, even sometimes when we're doing really stupid things. And he's very faithful, which means basically when he says something, when he does something, when he declares something, he doesn't change his mind. In fact, God doesn't change at all. So I just want you to remember that sometimes you may do something that you know is stupid or dumb, and you may know that God is not all that happy about. And I hope that when you do that, you'll say, "God, hey, I'm sorry. Help me do better," and you'll try to change. But don't ever think that God won't be patient with you, that God will ever give up on you, because he tells us that he won't. God is a patient God. His love for you doesn't change, and he is full of mercy for people who are willing to turn their lives over to him. So don't ever give up on God, because God is never going to give up on you. Have a wonderful weekend. Think about those special people tomorrow.